Martha Stewart was scrubbing floors in prison and making $5 a month. Martha Stewart started working when she was 13. She would make up to $50 an hour for modeling. Today, she's back in business. But in 2004, Stewart's reputation suffered a hit. Officials found her lying about a stock sale. Stewart served 5 months at Alderson Federal Prison Camp. She got a cleaning job there. She assured her fans she was doing fine. But there have been controversial accounts about the prison. It's often called America's cushiest prison. It's a 159-acre minimum security prison camp. It employs a reformatory model of justice. The inmates are housed in so-called cottages. They're given access to email, a TV, and a library. They spend most of their time working, but they can also take part in apprenticeship programs. In their free time, they can walk around the grounds. But in 2015, an ex-inmate Evelet Walk published an article. She wrote about ill-fitting uniforms and back-breaking work. Everyone worked in the kitchen for their first 90 days. They cleaned floors 7 or 8 hours a day, but they earned only $5.25 in a month. Between lunch and dinner, they had to stay in the kitchen. They weren't allowed to relax. Litwack also shed some light on Stewart's time in prison. She suggested Stewart was singled out. She was humiliated by prison staff. Stewart requested, but was denied kitchen duty. She was instead assigned to mopping the floors. She also cleaned the toilets for the wardens. Stewart still spent some of her time in prison cooking. A microwave was the only cooking utility available, so Stewart was experimenting with microwave meals. On Thanksgiving, she opted out of the prison's turkey dinner. Instead, she cooked pasta with olive oil. She also picked crab apples on the prison grounds. She used them to cook up chili for Christmas. Stewart lost 10 pounds in a couple of months in prison. She frequently visited the prison's workout facilities. She took part in abdominal exercises and yoga. She got additional workouts doing her cleaning jobs. Stewart picked up hobbies like crochet and ceramics. A ceramic nativity set she made was later sold for $120. She also made friends in prison. She kept in touch with them for at least 3 years. Stewart couldn't access the prison's email system, so she was using a typewriter to write letters. Journalists contacted almost every other inmate. They attempted to dig up dirt on Stewart. Stewart was released from prison on March 4, 2005. A crowd of fans gathered to cheer her. Stewart spent 5 more months on house arrest. She considered it to be worse than prison. She mostly lived in her kitchen. Most of the rest of her home was unfurnished. The monitoring bracelet was uncomfortable for her. She even researched how to remove it on the internet. Stewart could be away from her home for 48 hours per week. The ordeal hardly damaged Stewart's reputation. She refused to allow her time in prison to define her.
I was a strong person to start with, and thank heavens I was. And I can still hold my head up high and know that I'm fine.